up in smoke. That's where my money goes. In my lungs, and sometimes up.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of El Heavy D Barbecue. And this time we're going to be doing some beef short ribs with the bone in. I got 4 racks of the USDA Choice beef short ribs. These are the big ass dinosaur bones. So we're going to marinate them right now, let them soak overnight, and throw them in the smoker tomorrow. And let's see how they come out. Okay, so here's 2 racks getting ready to marinate and season. I trimmed most of the hard fat and the silver skin, but you want to keep some fat to let it melt down into the meat. The hard fat is the bad fat, you want to get rid of it. But the other soft fat is good because it'll melt down and go into the meat. So first, I'm going to put a little coated with olive oil, then use Montreal steak seasoning. Then I'm put the marinade shaka sauce. And this idea came to me last night. I'm going to let it sit in this campfire stout. It's a dark beer, and I think it should give it a good taste and a darker color. So let's see how it comes out. Okay, so here are the 4 racks already seasoned, marinated, and sitting in that campfire stout beer. I'm going to try to cook these 2 different ways to see which way comes out better. These 2 racks, I'm going to keep it in the foil tray and cover it with foil. And so when it's in the smoker, the whole time the beer will be simmering over the meat, and it'll absorb the beer along with the meat juices it releases. It should have a light smoke flavor, but be real juicy. These 2 will still be juicy, but I'm going to leave them alone in the smoker or just on the grill. They'll have a darker look and more charred look and a heavier smoke taste. Either way, they both should come out real good. So let's see how they come out. So we'll be smoking the ribs in my Masterbuilt 40-inch vertical smoker. It's a propane smoker. I got a real good deal on it. I couldn't pass it up. All I really had to do was just add wheels at the bottom to make it easier to move around. I really love using this smoker. We're letting it get up to temperature. It's about 250 degrees. So now we're going to put the ribs on. The ribs have been sitting out. I'm letting them get to room temperature. That way I can put on the smoker. You never want to put the meat in straight from the refrigerator. You want to let it sit out and get up to room temperature so it can cook evenly. These 2 we're going to throw on the grill in the smoker just like that. And these 2 we're going to keep covered and let them simmer in that beer marinade sauce the whole time. So let's see how they come out. So now they're in the smoker. We're going to smoke them anywhere from 6 to 8 hours. I want to reach an internal temperature of about 203 degrees, so they'll come out extra tender. In the water tray, I put water and some of that beer marinade mixture to create extra moisture in the smoker. And we'll be smoking them with hickory wood chips. So let's see how long they take and see how they come out. So they've been on for a little bit over 2 hours, and you can see the meat starting to pull back on the bones. The temperature's about 159. I want to get them at 203 degrees, and it's already super tender when I poke it with the probe. So maybe like 2 more hours and they should be done, or even less. Let's see. Been on for about 5 hours. Let's look at them, see how they're doing. They are looking great. Let me take the temperature, and I think they're about done. So they're about at 203 degrees, exactly where I wanted to reach. And they got a good color on them. The ones in the tray, I decided to take the foil off the top just so they can get a color. So time to take them out and let them rest. So I just took them off the grill, and these are the ones that were not in the tray, and they look super juicy, and I love the color on them. These are the ones that were in the tray, and these look super juicy. Talk about fall off the bone. The bone comes complete clean off the meat. I took the foil off the last hour just so they can get some color. They got a good color as well. but they look super juicy, and the smell, you could wish you could smell through the foam, but the aroma it's giving out, you can smell the marinade, the juice, the beer, everything. So it's time to let them rest, and can't wait to try them both. They both look hella good. But remember, the most important thing is to let them rest. About 20 minutes, and you can see how juicier they look. By letting them rest, you let the juices redistribute all over into the meat. It makes it completely more juicier. So it's time to cut them up and give them a try. So I just cut a piece off of each rack, and they both look delicious. This is the one I had directly on the smoker, and you can see the smoke ring, and you can see how juicy it is. Look at all that juice just squirt out. Barely touch it, and it just sops out all this juice. This is the one I had smoking in the pan with the marinade and the beer. And you can see that it still is super juicy, but it is very, very tender because all the beer and the marinade absorbed right into the meat. This one is still tender, but not as tender. So it's time to give them a taste and see which ones are good. Wow. Just took a bite out of this one, and like I said, super juicy. The top crust part, you could taste the smoke. It still has the aroma of the beer, and the char is perfect. Very, very good. Time to take a bite out of this one. Damn. This one, when you bite into it, it's like biting into butter. Super soft, super juicy. You get the taste of everything as well. Letting it simmer in that broth just made the meat just super, super soft. I can't tell which one I like best. I just know they're both hella good. So I think it's a tie. So hopefully you guys like this video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And let me know what you think. Thanks for watching.
Up in smoke, that's where my money goes. In my lungs, and sometimes up